Alright, hello and welcome back to the series where I talk about all the games I played in the previous month. Month's video is, of course, November of 2024. Yeah, of course. So as always, let's get right into it for the second last Sundays of the year. So I've been doing this weird thing lately, I don't even know why. Basically, whenever I buy a game or a few on the store, I sort of buy like cheapest to most expensive, what, yeah, price lowest to high, that's the one. And I buy like one of the really cheap crap, the 25-cent games, sorry, something away. And I just go for it. I don't even know why. I just maybe it's just a way to get them out of the way and not have them on the list so I can look for actual cheap games I've seen. I don't know what I'm doing. But they're like 12 cent, 25 cent. I just throw one in there with the rest of the cart. The first one of these was called Ascend Shaft and Eternal Endless Shaft, I mean. What do you do? Game one. Atari looking spaceship, the most horrifyingly hideous looking things I've ever seen. I don't know what this is. You go up, you shoot, enemy dies, continue, you're hit once, you die, goal, get to the end. Got the platinum, I think, yeah. Oh no, I didn't, because there's also a game called Ascend Shaft and they're combined into one list. What is Ascend Shaft? It's like the opposite. You fall. Whoop. You have 10% speed, 20% speed, you can go, but the trophies are stupid. Like, get the 5,000 in this level with 70% speed. This is how big the tunnel is. This is you. And I expect you just like perfect pinpoint precision. It's insane. I don't think I could do this on 10% speed. If I could, it would take a long time, be boring. 30% speed, I think, is beyond my limit. Sure, it's a shame, Sony. I know I know real players complaining about when I buy this shit, but God, I really wish someday they'd just clean up PlayStation Store. It's trash. Like, bottom of the barrel crap is it out here. And it upsets me because I genuinely think it hurts indie games a lot. But that's a topic for another day. I'll quickly mention because I have something coming up anyway and I've talked about it many times, but Vampire Survivors, done, got platinum. I do think I'll Trophy Chronicles where I basically just talk about the platinum whenever I finish it. It was a long one because I can talk about this game for a lot and I loved it, but it's almost done. I doubt it'll be out this Sunday, but hopefully next week. And then there might be more consistency to that again because, well, I don't get a lot of platinums. I get a lot, but not weekly, believe it or not. Still one of my favourite games of the year. Absolute masterpiece. 10 out of 10 game. One of my favourite of all time. Can't wait for more. Can't wait for more DLC. Genuine masterpiece. I bought Empire of the Ants, which is a game I was looking forward to. And I wasn't going to get it because like, I saw it was 40 euros. I was like, what if I don't like it? That seems like a lot for a little ant game. And it's a tough one. It's kind of like an RTS game. You'll have your base, you'll command ants, you could have them attack other ants, and then that's. I've only done a few of them so far, but and I don't really care about that stuff. I'm okay with the game. It's fine in that regard. It's to be honest, you could be anything. It doesn't even matter that you're an ant. It's just average RTS. I think. I haven't heard from anyone who's a big fan of that genre. They can talk about that aspect. I don't care about the main gameplay. When you start off this game and in between like big areas, between the hubs where you get your missions, you just traverse as an ant. You do little platforming, you walk like crawl around with you see random objects and like a soccer ball, the massive things because you're an ant. You see little bugs around, slugs, random spider things, butterflies, all that crap. I am not exaggerating when I say this game. When you're not doing the RTS things, when you're just going from A to B or traversing around, or when you're finding like an item where you have to find like the parts of an item, like you'll find a tire, you have to go to the left of it to the middle and collect all the little dots, or finding a bottle where you can crawl inside. It is, without any doubt, the most at peace I think I've ever been. The mix between the music and just the look of the game, it gives this feeling of serenity, peace, just this weird tranquility that I cannot explain. I got onto a slug and I was just watching. He's just carrying me around for a while, and I swear, everything felt okay. I just felt good. Or you crawl inside a bottle, you just hear like the condensed audio because you're inside, the wind isn't getting to you as much. And it's precious. It's genuinely beautiful. I don't care about this RTS stuff. I don't care about the main gameplay. That when you're even just platforming, jumping from leaf to leaf and log to log, the game is just, it gives this energy that nothing has ever matched. And if they made a whole game like this, I really wish they did. I wish I was the one doing things, not just commanding an army like any other RTS. Like when I check the controls, like X to do this or whatever the button is, like X to talk slash destroy. Destroy is just to destroy things in your RTS menu. I thought you were going to get to attack things. It is. If they made a game just with the hand controlling, and forget all the RTS stuff, I would bite in a heartbeat. I think it could be one of my favourite games of the year. I think it might be just for this stuff, but wherever it's going to land on my list, it would be up a few spots if it just did the normal gameplay that I like. And it's weird. I like, I'm not gonna say I like bugs and stuff, but I've never been one to see one in a game like, ugh. Getting your ant and touching another thing in this game is weirdly squeamish. Like, I'm waiting for the slide to come up to me. I was like, oh god, oh god, oh god. Never had that much of a skeevy feeling in a game. RTS stuff, I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. Like it works. It's good. It's fine, I guess. I only got done a few of them. I don't know. I don't know how deep it gets. Don't give a shit. The rest of it, just in terms of like atmosphere, environment, vibes, 10 out of 10 doesn't feel good enough. I could just sit there and watch it, and it's the most relaxing feeling I've ever felt in my life. Again, no exaggeration. I've never felt more at peace in my life. But yeah, moving on. I got Tekken 8. More checking for stuff for the end of the year. Top 10 video that I like to do. The top 10 games of 2024. Tekken 8's fine. I got to Platinum in 6 days. In about 24 hours. Which is shockingly short. I didn't expect it to go that fast, especially online stuff. Overall, it's still great Tekken. I like the characters. I still love using Lily. Rain has a fantastic new standout character. Negatives, which is the most of it. I really don't like the stuff like Rage Burst. I don't like heat moves or heat attacks. Because you get to a point where it's like, oh, I'm at 1% HP and my opponent's at like 40. I win. That happened to me. I was like, my character was sliding in ready for the final kick and then R2 win. I genuinely think you could do like 80% damage if you just went. You do at least like 70. And I really don't like them. It's just like 30-second, 20-second cutscene. Because apparently they're trying to make Tekken more cinematic even in online fights. It's awful. I got to Platinum, like I said, very quickly. 24 hours, deleted it. I didn't think I deleted that fast. I do kind of miss playing online because even when doing something like Rocket League, I can feel myself just ready to go, okay, to like restart my Lily combo. I was like, oh wait, no, I'm not playing that anymore. Story was nice enough, had some epic moments, it was beautiful, but story-wise, I kind of look forward to Tekken 9. I do enjoy the story, but I cannot see myself getting it anytime soon after it comes out. But I don't think I have to worry about that for a few years because Tekken 7 was 2017, this was 2024. I think I have a gap. But yeah, it was fine. I didn't love it, didn't hate it. Sometimes I loved it, sometimes I hated it, but I don't like Tekken anymore. I miss when it was just a simple fighting game, not a magic power infused mess. But yeah, got Platinum, done. I got Kingdom Come Deliverance for €3 on the sale, and fuck me. Like, I saw a trailer for the second one, I was like, wow, this looks beautiful. Then I looked at a quick video of the environment for the first game, I was like, it doesn't look as good. The world doesn't look as appealing to me. I'm not even a big fan of medieval fantasy games in general. This game is amazing. Like, it shocked. I turned it on once. It's like, nah, not now. I wasn't in the mood, turned it off. And I genuinely thought I was just going to stay in my PS5 home page for a few days until I deleted it. Thankfully, I went back to it, because instantly fell in love. The first cutscene, the first character interactions, I was having fun. Gameplay, I was sucked in. Can't wait to play more. It's just first person medieval style game, and with some weird, it's slightly complicated combat. Like you do need to read this stuff. There's so much going on. Stuff cool, social interactions, cool, like things like bartering for your trade, washing yourself. Cool mission design so far. Like just going to lockpick a chest to get armor so you can sneak out of the castle. I'm having a great time with it so far. The characters, the gameplay, the world, it all. I hope it holds up to what I'm expecting it could be. I'm only a few hours in, but I'm having a blast with it so far. And I did not expect to like as much as I did. Can't wait for the second one out. It's definitely shot right up to my most anticipated games. If this holds up for the whole game, if the conversation, if it's not just like a case of, oh, this character has 4 of this stat, I have 5. Oh, this thing lowers it by 2, I win. If it's not it seems to have like a fun, an interestingly complicated system, and I hope it sticks to that. And it's not just oh, here's the best way to do this, simple. Here's the best way to do that, simple. I have high hopes for the rest of the game, and like I said, by 5 or 6 hours in, loving it, absolutely adoring this game so far. Don't know what took me so long. Speaking of shitty 25-cent games I bought, Hoodie Survivor. Let me describe it perfectly. This is you. Ooh, ooh, sorry. Like you have your character here. If you're facing up, you just slowly move up, and then faster and faster. And there's a big like rectangle. Bullets shoot out of your head every once in a while. The goal: kill enemies. Most enemies die in one hit, and big ones go to take a few more hits. What can I say? It's a screenshot of a background with characters going like this. It's kind of like Vampire Survivors without any passion, care, effort, or talent. There. I also started, and going from one game I loved. No, sorry. Let's just pretend Hoodie Survivor wasn't there for a second. From Kingdoms of Amalur, no, Kingdom of Deliverance. Sorry, I was thinking about them both at the same time. To another game I've absolutely loved and didn't expect to as much as I did. Black Myth Wukong. I just randomly decided to pick it up because I was thinking about it. I was like, I shouldn't. I probably won't play it as much as I think I will. I shouldn't. Saw my friend was playing Elden Ring. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I'm glad I did. I'm not a big Souls guy. I played Demon Souls when it came out. I played Dark Souls up like Anor Londo. Then I kind of just lost motivation to keep going. I just kind of, I don't know, I got bored after that. Beat the first boss in Bloodborne. I couldn't get further than that. And even that took me a while. I'm not great at these games. I don't love these games like other people do. But this one, this has hit something deep in me. Ever since like I played it, I turned on the first day, and I was there for like 4 hours. You know what I did? I beat one optional boss. I think that was literally all I did. I was just there pushing on and on, trying as many times as I could for 3 fucking hours. The only thing that I didn't like about it is sometimes like between a boss they'll put like one enemies, and in the first one you couldn't really get past the first enemy without him following you into battle, so you had to kill him every time. I leveled up 8 times. Between the boss with that one enemy, I leveled up 8 times. That's how long it took me. But when you did beat him, I know it's such a cliche, but you do feel good. The satisfaction when you beat a boss is unbelievable. It's like a big baby looking thing. He just slammed his head into the ground, and I thought, wow, I suck. Like, even when I did beat him, it was like most of it, a good chunk of his attacks hit me. I think I was down to one, not even one potion, probably out. Tiny bit of HP. And I didn't know if I was going to like him as much because I thought his attacks were hard to read. And I did one more boss that night too, and I beat him on like my third go because after beating this option, it wasn't even just like a secret, just an option thing. You didn't have to fight. And he was the first one I fought, so that was probably a terrible idea. But after beating an optional boss, it was difficult. The next few were simple. Not simple, but 2 or 3 attempts kind of easy. The combat is fun and satisfying. The bosses are incredible. A few standouts for me were like the White Clad Noble, because when I fought him, I went from this game is really good, I like this game a lot, to genuine love. Like, I went from, wow, this game is really good, I'm having fun, to just this random surge, this jolt is all I can describe of pure elation. I was in the middle of like an attempt, but probably like my 10th attempt on this White Clad Noble one, and out of absolutely nowhere, just a surge of pure joy. I was just having the time of my life. I didn't even beat him on that attempt. And I've gotten that feeling a few times since. If I was going to say a few standout fights for anyone who might know the game well, if they know the names, I'm terrible at remembering the names, even a few minutes after. They don't stick with me in this game. The Tiger Vanguard, absolutely incredible fight. It's the secret boss in the second level, I don't remember his name. He was the one optional boss there near the end. He had like this thunder, had these lightning hammers. When I beat him, I actually kind of regret it. I was like, I kind of wish I just, because you have like these special moves you can do R2 and like a different button, want to like freeze your enemy, want to kind of a dashing move. I want to transform for a while. I beat him with the transformation. I was like, I should have died. I was having fun with this fight. I should have had one more attempt. I should have just done it without. I don't mind transforming. It's not like but sometimes I feel cheap using it. It's not like, oh, you're using it, you kill your enemy easily. But sometimes I just feel off using it. Just the slightest bit cheap, you know? And the final boss of chapter 2, I think it was like the Yellow Vanguard or something like that, whatever it's called. I think I was talking to him for like 5 hours. I had to go yesterday for a couple of hours before I had to go. Then I came back today, another like 4 hours, and oh my, he broke me. I went from beating the first phase without taking a single hit, get him down to like this much 4 or 5 times not in a row, but like in a short time. And then I got to that phase of, wow, can't even beat the first health. Because it's one health per like 3 phases. Got to a point where I couldn't beat the first phase at all. Because I think it's like thing. I'm not fully sure how the dodging works all the time, but as far as I can tell, there's like a perfect dodging off the enemies this close, you can just vanish away. I think it doesn't matter what you're doing, you can always do that. But if the enemy's like here and you're mid attack, you can't dodge because you're in an attack phase. I think that's how it works. And I couldn't get the timing right. Like 7 or 8 attempts in a row, I couldn't get past the first phase. I went from beating it without getting hit to not being able to do it at all. And when I finally did it, he had a bunch of attacks I did not know how to dodge. But just with like this much HP, finally did it. And when I say satisfaction, I was literally shaking. My legs, my arms were shaking throughout the next cutscene. I'd finally done it, barely. And like, I don't even know how you dodged less attacks he did. I just had to take the hit, and I got so close to getting killed. Incredible fight. Genuinely, there's like 5 or 6 highlight boss fights already, and I'm only like a third of the way through. Easily one of the best games of the year. Like, I usually, when it comes to these games, I get the hype, but I don't really, I don't feel it. I get why Bloodborne or Elden Ring are big things. It doesn't hit with me. This game has. Genuinely a fucking phenomenon, and I can easily see why. And I fully agree with why. It's incredible. Easily one of the highlights of the year. Probably one of the biggest highlights of PS5. I can't wait to go back tomorrow. If the quality can keep up like this, I will adore this game. From what I understand, some of the hidden stuff, especially like the true ending, are ridiculously, stupidly cryptic. Like, oh, you're fighting a boss and here's a wall that doesn't even look like a wall. It has to hit it with a headbutt. How the fuck you're supposed to figure that out? Couldn't tell you. Who knows, maybe there's a clue I don't know about, but look, I'm all fine with surprises and hidden things. Not for a true ending, not with zero clue. But yeah, we'll see how it goes as I get further. Expect to hear more about this next month, and most likely in the top 10 games list. If you couldn't tell, I really like it. Third stuff I've been doing here, I've been playing Lost in Random. I think I talked about this last time, so I won't mention too much. It's a very kind of Nightmare Before Christmassy kind of inspired looking stop motiony kind of that's kind of feel to it. It isn't stop motion, but it has like same vibes, you know. It's a mix between a lot of talking to people, solving little side quests, and some kind of hack and slashy fighting where you control, we use cards to control your dice powers. In a effort for Eve, the main character Eve, and to save her sister Odd. It's all very cute. The character designs are fantastic. They're all a ton of fun. And I think there's 6 towns in the game. I'm currently on the third one. I'm just pretty much finished. Just the boss fight. Probably about halfway through. Really loving it. I got it like 3 years ago when it came out. Never touched it. I don't know why, but this time it's appealed to me a ton. When I played the first time, I think I did a demo, and I was like, alright, I don't feel like playing this now, and I never went back. It's a really, really fun little game. The combat gets more and more satisfying as you get more cards. The characters just keep getting more fun. Actually, yeah, they actually have been improving more and more as the game goes on. I guess the only big problem I have is sometimes the checkpoints can suck. Like, you will die after like 3 rooms of battle, and then a kind of a mini cutscene will happen. It'll show, oh, this is happening up here. But, oh, somebody dropped a bomb on you during that, and the sector back in gameplay, boom, dead. Back 20 minutes. Other than that, though, love it. Other than that, I've also been playing Predator on the NES. After beating Rambo, which, not a beloved game for most people, I had a great time with it. And then I played the next game from this, not the next game, but another game from this company, from another movie I loved, Predator. I did not know what to think. I've actually been kind of thinking about playing that game for a while, but I was like, if I get stuck, that's gonna suck bad. What would I do? Like, if I get stuck, what do I do for a Saturday video? But not only do I like it, somehow it was better than Rambo. A game that shocked me how much I liked it already. This game, I think I've had my wait one sec. I just now recorded my fifth, session of it. I've gotten to level. Well, I started on level 10. Oh no, I'll have it up by now. I've gotten to level 19 because it's doing this weird thing now. It's like, oh, you can do level 12 and 13 or 10 and 11, then you go to 40. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if I've skipped levels, but it's just a side-scrolling game. You start off with no weapon. Sometimes there's weapons in the level, sometimes there's not. The weapons replace every level. You go to a weapon with a gun, you come back in with your fist. They don't carry over. You have grenades, guns, and platforming. With great enemies like scorpions, bacteria. Sometimes there's people. And sometimes you fight the predator. Yeah, that's the predator, can't you tell? Isn't it obvious? Most people don't like this game, I think, but fuck. It shocked me how much I loved it. I think I might have I feel like I have mentioned this before, but I've never had so much fun constantly dying. It took me like 4 videos to get to level 13? No, wait, to like level 10. Think about how little progress that is. I've never felt even the slightest bit of frustration. Like, I'm having a blast with it. This is, again, one amazing game I've played this year. One of the highlights. I can see why people don't like it, especially if you had expectations of you wouldn't expect going to a Predator game and this to be what you get. It might be one of my favorite NES games of all time. Like I genuinely think it would be in the top 5. Rambo already had. I would have said that about already. This has surpassed that tenfold, and it's genuinely the highlight in terms of gaming. Highlight of my week. Can't wait to go back. I think I'm near the end. It's actually gonna hurt for that to end. I can't wait to play more games by this company. That's gonna be my thing for a while, I'd say. And lastly, in terms of streams, there's only been one because I thought it was gonna be my October game, or no, one of my October games. Still gone. I again, it's another game I think I'm very close to the end of. I think I'm at like the 90% mark of System Shock, a remake of the 1994 game. It's been a lucky month or two because once again, incredible game. Another game where I die a lot, but thankfully it does the kind of Bioshock thing. It's like if you have an enemy with like, oh, he takes 5 hits with a shotgun, and you go up and shoot him 3 times, die. You come back, 2 more shots, he's dead. It's like when you die at the start of the game, you just a game over screen. You're back to your save point, but eventually you get a respawn point. It's like a health pod, and you come back there with half health. Everything else stays the same. You killed an enemy, they're dead. You hurt an enemy, they're dead. And so for a long time, it's like that. Every once in a while, they like to do this thing. It's like a boss fight or specific areas. If you die there, you don't respawn back there. Game over. So save consistently if you ever play this. Losing 40 minutes of progress just because you didn't know you were going to go into a room with a boss and he was just going to bang, you're dead. There's one or two other occasions where it does it too, where it's just in a different way randomly. No expectations, but kind of sucks sometimes to lose like that. But other than that, incredible first person shooter. Environments wise, enemy wise, everything, gameplay, addicting as fuck. Sometimes it gets stupidly cryptic, like there's a cyberspace thing you do, it's like a first person space shooting kind of thing. Every time you do it, it just unlocks doors. For one specific one, there's a code on a computer it gives you. Never before, never again, just that one time. Or it'll just tell you, do this thing, like where, how, why, what. You just have to find out. It can be like a random room on one of the floors. Sometimes it's very cryptic like that. And there's a bad padding kind of thing near the end. It was like you have to go back to 6 of the floors and find a random. In one room, you'll find a computer. And that sucks. And you find 6 numbers. It really just feels like, we kind of want to have the game go on another hour or two. So go back to these 6 floors, check every single room until you find the code. Other than that, though, incredible. And of course, the other thing most people know about the game who haven't played it, Shodan, incredible villain, great voice, incredibly intimidating, absolutely love it. But yeah, that was a fucking long one. It wasn't supposed to be because I'm gotta go to bed and I might be busy tomorrow, so this is gonna be a fun night. But yeah, I'm just gonna get out here quick. November has been an incredible month for games for me. I don't think I played anything. Well, most. Ascent Shaft was the low point of this month. Everything. I've had some incredible times now. But yeah, thanks for watching, and as always, let me know what you played last month. Let me know what new stuff you played, what you've gone back to, and we'll see you for the next one for the final month of the year. There's some games I can't wait to talk about then. It's going to be a good one. See you then. I just pressed the X button instead of stop recording. I came very close to losing 30 minutes of that. Oof, that would have sucked.